The first round of the playoffs for the NBA is coming to an end, and of course, we learned a lot about these teams. It was physical, it was intense, and some teams are just superior to others. So, of course, moving into the second round, the stakes get higher and the competition does too. And I, my friends, am here for all of it. Welcome back, or welcome to America's Sports. 2 first-round matchups went 7 games. My early question for you is, will any in the second round go 7 games? And how many? Which ones? Let me know in the comments below. Alright, so I want you to put on your thinking caps here, ladies and gentlemen, as we preview, we analyze, and we predict the second round for the Eastern Conference. Damn, I love this! It's only right we start with the number 1 seed, the Cleveland Cavaliers, versus the number 4 seed, Indiana Pacers. Something that I want to mention real quick, we got to get to this immediately. There's not a lot of people, whether it's on social media, whether it's on YouTube or TV, that is giving the Indiana Pacers much of a chance here. Neither are odds makers. And I want to come out and say that I believe this is wrong. I believe Indiana will absolutely fight well against Cleveland. So the Cavs are a minus 500 to win this series. And you can get them about as good at minus 425 on some markets. The Pacers are sitting anywhere from a plus 330 to a plus 375, 380, depending on what market you're looking at. All 4 of the Eastern Conference second round teams were in the second round last year as well, showing without a doubt that these are the 4 best teams in the East. This is going to be a tough series. Cleveland will be tested. I said this a lot last season, and I'll keep saying it. The Pacers didn't get to the finals of the NBA Cup and get to the Eastern Conference Finals just out of sheer luck. This Pacers team is really good, and they're a really good playoff team. Because a lot of the times, the defense that you play on the Pacers, they just really don't care. Halliburton makes the right play time and time again. There's a lot of people who say he should take more shots. I really don't think so. I think he takes the appropriate amount of shots. He takes what the game gives him, and when it's time to take over, we have seen that he does that. For my money, he's a top 3 to 5 point guard, no doubt about it. I haven't really thought about ranking point guards a whole lot, but just know he's in that top 3 to 5 range. Tyrese Halliburton is a minus 5,000 to be the assist leader of the series. Through the first round, he has clearly been the best passer. Jokic is really the only one that has come close to him, in my opinion. And even for a defense that is as good as Cleveland's, it's going to be really hard to slow down this Pacers squad. They have as good as a chance of anybody in this second round of stealing one of the first 2 games on the road. When you watch the Pacers in the playoffs, in particular over the last couple of years of playing the Bucks, I mean, Halliburton is time and time again getting guys wide open dunks and 3-point shots. And if you're going to get wide open spaces, you're going to score a lot of points and win some games in the playoffs. However, the Cavs through the first round averaged 126 friggin' points per game against the Miami team that was trying everything they could to slow them down and just to compete with them, except for Game 4. So predictably, you can bet there's going to be a lot of points scored in these. The Cavs deserve all the recognition and all the respect that they are getting. And this would be monumental for Donovan Mitchell and the rest of the young Cavs team that he has with him, as Donovan Mitchell has never missed the playoffs, but he's also never been to an Eastern or Western Conference Finals. He's been to about half the time he goes to the second round. The other half he loses in the first round. I'm not putting any blame or anything on Donovan Mitchell for this. I'm just saying what has happened with his teams. And every time I think about this being Mitchell's 8th season, I'm just like, wow, where has the time gone? I remember him as a rookie tearing up my Oklahoma City Thunder in the first round. It seemed like that was only yesterday. But it wasn't. He is now the veteran. Darius Garland caught a lot of flack last season when he didn't play particularly well in the postseason. He's averaging more points through the 4 games against Miami than Donovan Mitchell is. He's averaging 24, and Mitchell is right behind him, just under 24. Now, did the Cavs need Donovan Mitchell? Not really. In the first couple of games, sure. But this still speaks greatly on Darius Garland. Mitchell shooting under 70% from the free throw line. That'll definitely improve in this series, so you got to watch that as well. For this series, the season points leader, Donovan Mitchell, is at a minus 450. That's a pretty solid bet, but if you're looking for someone other than Donovan Mitchell, you'd probably have to look at Pascal Siakam, who is a plus 900. That's a pretty solid flyer pick. I do think this is going to go 6 to 7 games. I really do. I see Indiana having answers and having some fight back. They also held Miami to just 95.5 points per game throughout that first round series. I think it's a pretty safe prediction that they will not do this to the Indiana Pacers, though. Pacers through the first round were number 3 in points per game. Cavs were number 1. And in field goal percentage, the Pacers were number 2. Cavs were number 1. Their points differential, plus 30.5. I mean, yeah, Cavs stock is at an all-time high. I think the X factor for the Indiana Pacers, if they are to win this series, is going to have to be the same guy it was in the first round for me, Andrew Nembhard. He's just going to have to do it. He's probably going to get Garland to guard him. And I think Nembhard can take Garland a lot. And, of course, vice versa. But I think Nembhard has a pretty good chance to get Garland in foul trouble, or at least frustrated early on. And you know TJ McConnell is going to come in there and frustrate everybody, even Ty Jerome, even though I love Ty Jerome. I mean, his name is Ty, and he's number 2, just like I was. The X factor for Cleveland, though, I believe should be and is going to be Jarrett Allen. He should be able to dominate at what he is really good at. Pacers, not a great rebounding team. So at least when it comes to offensive rebounding total, effective field goal percentage, shot blocking, and if his steals go up like they did against Miami, then this Cleveland defense is going to be tough. But yeah, he should get his points too. They might go to hack at Allen, but Allen's going to hit those free throws in this series, I feel like. And therefore, I cannot take the Pacers. The Cavs stock, like I said, is at an all-time high, as well as it should be. But I wouldn't be shocked at all if Indiana pulls this off. Other people not giving them a chance. Cavs in 4, Cavs in 5. Even, I don't think so. This is a 6 to 7 game series. This might be the best series of the second round. You heard it here first. I go Cavs in 7. Cleveland is going to be crazy for game 7. Games 1, 2, and, 5 as well. But it's going to be crazy there in game 7. And Cleveland goes off. I think they actually go off in that game 7. Cavs win in 7. Well, that's going to do it for this video. We are going to predict and preview the Western Conference second round whenever these lovely Game 7s get completed and we have the matchup odds for you and all that. I'm Ty from America Sports, and you'll see me in the next one.